Welcome back to the 2-Minute Warning. Today I'm looking at whether or not I think Justin Herbert, quarterback for the Los Angeles Chargers, can top Patrick Mahomes' record-breaking year in his second year of the NFL. But before we get into that topic, question for those of you viewing. Justin Herbert, he's been a phenomenal talent in just a rookie year and has arguably become a top 10 quarterback. But do you think in his second year he will automatically or already jump to being a top 5 quarterback? Top 5, yes or no, comment down below. But getting straight into it, a reason I'm comparing these two, A, they're in the same division. B, Justin Herbert's going to be in his second year in the NFL. Patrick Mahomes had his best year in the NFL in his second year. Patrick Mahomes, Hall of Famer. Justin Herbert, seemingly like a generational talent. And again, I don't want to say Patrick Mahomes is a Hall of Famer today, but you guys know what I mean. Look at the pace Patrick Mahomes is on. I just think both the way these guys have started off, they've been shown they have an extreme amount of raw talent. Of course, Mahomes' second year is going to be different than Justin Herbert's. Mahomes' first year, he only had one game that he started, and it was at the end of the year. He didn't start a whole season. And then his second year, it was kind of his first year, I guess, arguably. But either way, I'm not going to get really technical. Second year for Mahomes versus second year of Herbert. In Mahomes' second year, he had 5,097 yards and 50 touchdowns. It won't be easy to top for Justin Herbert. There's pros and cons for Herbert to this. One pro is that, like I said, he's had more experience than Mahomes did already. In Mahomes' rookie year, he started one game. In Herbert's rookie year, he started 15 games. So he has the experience edge going into his second year over Mahomes. Another thing to consider is that Patrick Mahomes got 5,097 yards and 50 touchdowns in 16 games. Herbert is going to get 17 games to top his record. So he does have a couple advantages, but he does have a couple of disadvantages as well. We have to understand that, yes, Herbert does have a talented team. I like his new coach in Brandon Staley. He's got a rebuilt offensive line. He's got Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Austin Eckler. He's got a decent defense to rely on. But Mahomes, he's got the Chiefs to help him out to put up those stats. You know, Mahomes doesn't have Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins, Travis Kelce, Andy Reid, mastermind head coach, a great line at the time. You know, Herbert's not going to have all that talent. He'll have help, but nothing to the extent of Mahomes. He had a top 3 in the coach in the NFL, top 3 coach in the NFL help him out and coach him, and Andy Reid, fastest guy in the NFL, help him out, and Tyreek Hill. Sammy Watkins, before he fell off, he was still pretty good at the Chiefs 2-3 years ago. Travis Kelce, we know how good he is. McCole Hardman. Mahomes had a lot of help around him to put up those numbers, and I don't think Herbert has as much help. I think Herbert and the Chargers have a lot of talent, but I don't know if they have the Chiefs' talent just yet. A lot of this will determine how the offensive line goes, how some rookies go. You know, Josh Palmer, what if he's the next best thing and proves me wrong? And now the Chargers are better than the Chiefs? I'm not sure. But when it comes down to it, 5,097 yards and 50 touchdowns, can Herbert do it? I think so. I mean, Herbert already had 31 his rookie year, and he was a rookie, and B, that was only in 15 games, so I'm not saying if he had 2 more games like he will this year, he'd throw for 19 touchdowns, but I think if he had those 2 extra games and has a whole season under his belt and has a healthy roster and a better line, I could see him averaging an extra 19 touchdowns throughout a whole season. I think the biggest factor for Herbert on whether or not he could do this is not his raw skill. It's going to be the team around him, like I said with Mahomes. This new built offensive line, look, I love it on paper. Between starting from left to right, you have Rashawn Slater at left tackle, you got Oday Abushi, Corey Linsley, Riley Reiff, and Brian Bulaga. That is a completely rebuilt offensive line compared to what Herbert had last year. Last year, he had a bottom 3 O-line. This year, this could be a top 5, top 10 O-line, but there's going to be some growing pains. Every person on this line is pretty much new or coming back from injury, and there's just going to be some growing pains. You're going to be a rookie. You're going to be on a new team, going to be a new organization. You're coming off an injury. You're going to need 2, 3, 4 weeks in the NFL of real NFL games before this offensive line has some chemistry together and is locked down together and can hold or protect their quarterback together. I mean, I'm not saying they're not going to protect him at all, but I do think it'll take a couple real NFL games before we see how serious and how good this O-line is. So those first 4 weeks could be a little rough for the Chargers. I'm not sure. We'll just have to see. Schedule comes out Wednesday. Possibly they'll catch a break and, face Raiders and Broncos in the first 2 games, and they can handle those guys. But we'll just have to see. Same thing, like I said, Andy Reid, how is Brandon Staley going to be? We think he's great. He has a great presence and great leadership for the team. The players love him. But no matter how much you love a guy, can he coach? That is the big question. I think Herbert has the talent and the raw skill to do it. He's got the work ethic. He's got the arm. He's got the speed. He's got the size and physicality. He has every good quarterback trait, but can the guys around him protect him? Can the guy in front of him coach him? And he's got the receivers, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, as long as they're healthy. Those are two great receivers. And then you got other guys as well, Jalen Guyton, Tyron Johnson, possibly Josh Palmer if he emerges, Jared Cook, Donald Parham. This is a good receiving core. Austin Eckler out of the backfield is one of the best receiving backs in the NFL. Herbert has the weapons to throw to, but does he have the fortress to protect him in the offensive line, and does he have the mastermind to coach him? That is a question mark. I think he can do it. If I had to bet yes or no, that would be tough. I'd have to at least see one NFL game of this team to predict that, one preseason game, anything. I don't want to say yes, he will when I haven't even seen this team take a snap together. So I'm not going to make my prediction just yet. It's kind of just speculation because I want to hear from you guys. To me, I think it is possible just because of the mere fact that anything is possible. We could see Baker Mayfield break this touchdown. I mean, anyone could go out and break this record, but I thought it was enough to compare because same division. This was done in Mahomes' second year. This is going to be done in Herbert's second year. Possibly, again, he has to top 5,097 yards and 50 touchdowns. Luckily for Herbert, he's already shown a lot in his rookie year. In only 15 games, he had, I believe, 4,300 yards, 36 yards short of the all-time passing record for a rookie. If he had that 16 game, he would have broke that. And past that, he has almost every other stat or QB record as a rookie. Most 300-yard games as a rookie, most averaging yards per game as a rookie, most touchdowns, thrown touchdowns as a rookie, most all-time touchdowns as a rookie. I mean, his touchdown-interception ratio is like 31-10. That's unheard of for a rookie quarterback. I think Tua Tagovailoa was like 9-6, just to put it in perspective, or 9-5, I believe. Just to put it in perspective, most rookies have a 2-1 touchdown interception ratio, if not a 1-1 their rookie year. Herbert, he had a 3-1. That's unheard of. So you might think this is a bold take and crazy to say Herbert's going to all of a sudden throw 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns, but look what he did already on his rookie year with A, he was a rookie, B, bad head coach in Anthony Lynn, C, bad special teams that might carry over this year, but I think they'll be a little bit better. D, one of the worst offensive line in football, and a couple of his guys to throw to, Austin Eckler, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, they were banged up. None of them were like out the season. Austin Eckler missed a little bit of time, but again, there was no like Keenan Allen's missing the year. He had some weapons, but still, if they were 100% healthy, this could have been a different Chargers team last year. And I think a lot of things are going to go in their favor this year, and a lot of things going in their favor could result in Herbert setting a rookie record, setting a record season, top of Mahomes season, and taking out the Chiefs in division. But we'll just have to see. I'm not going to say that's all going to happen, like I said, because I haven't seen them play a single game yet. But I do have faith in this team, and I do have faith in Herbert, and I think he's going to give him a run for it. Either way, if he doesn't break it, it's not like he's a failure. I mean, if you throw 4,500 yards, 40 touchdowns, and 10 picks, you still had a great season. You might even win MVP, but I'm just saying he doesn't have to break it to be, successful. Obviously, if he puts up good numbers, like I said, he's still going to be successful. He's still going to probably put up wins. Just because he missed it doesn't mean he's a bust. I think if he even comes close, that shows he has a lot of talent, a lot of skill, and the Chargers got their guy for a long, long time. But we'll just have to see how it comes out and if it comes into fruition. I do think it can happen, but I'm not going to make my prediction if it will. I just have to at least see preseason. I have to at least see the schedule release. Maybe that'll give me a better idea. But as always, guys, I do want to hear your opinion. Do you think Justin Herbert could top Mahomes' record year? Again, it's 5,097 yards and 50 passing touchdowns. Comment down below. And of course, question of the day, do you think Herbert will be a top 5 quarterback next year in 2021? And as always, guys, and of course, thank you for watching 2-1.